Hey guys, Scott here. Today I want to talk to you about the Ghoul again and how just recently I learned he's actually even more busted than I thought he was because I was sort of underutilizing a mechanic of his when I was playing because I just don't really like it, but I had to go against it a few times to see just how busted it was myself. So I already suggested nerfs to this killer because, he definitely does need nerfs. There are things about him that are ridiculous, namely the range of the grab attack being like 8,000 meters is absurd, and then it goes over things. The range of that needs to be cut down massively. The area of actually hitting it also needs to be cut down. It occupies like most of your screen, so it's nearly impossible to miss. And then also maybe looking at the recovery of the power just by a tiny bit, quarter of a second, half a second, very small change, and go further from there. Relatively tame things I think most people can probably agree on because the killer is pretty insane. The one thing I did not go over was his vaulting. The vaulting is something I found to be useful for like god pals and things like that, kind of like how Wesker can vault using his power and vault over and then, try to hit the survivor before they get to the other side. And, I found it to be useful a couple of times at certain pals, and I was like, okay, that's cool. But that wasn't really the fun way of playing the killer because to me, that just reminded me of the original Chucky Scamper, which is like the epitome of boring as shit. So I didn't really utilize it that much, but that doesn't mean it wasn't really strong. So it took me going again. Here, let me just show you the clip that's burned on this entire video. So this is me going against the Ghoul, and what do people say the main counterplay to the Ghoul are? It's windows and very short round loops like this. So little loops like this, he can't really use his vault power because it's, the loop is too short. You run around it in 1 second, so you can just vault again. He can't really cut you off because it's too short. This is like one of the few examples in the entire game of loops that actually don't work super well for the killer. And so it's like, okay, fine, we can actually live here. I have made for this. I'll be just fine. Oh, he's vaulting. That's okay. I'll get to the other side. And wait, no, I'm dead. This is the moment when I realize what the fuck is wrong with this vault. It is so much faster than I realized. And I wasn't using it on a lot of loops like this because I figured, oh, the loop is too short. I mean, Chucky Scamper could barely hit this. And I have made for this too. Like, there's no way that this is going to be possible. But sure enough, I went in a custom match and tested this exact loop multiple times. And yeah, I was able to hit. This is ridiculous. I did not realize how insanely busted this vault is. This is one of the examples of what should be the actual counter to this killer, which is short, shitty loops that he can just M1 you at anyway, but at least he can't use his power. But it's like, this is ridiculous. Like, I literally couldn't get on the other side of a 2-second loop before he was able to hit me. That is fucking ridiculous. It just makes it so it's just Chucky Scamper, but even worse. And I know the only thing I could have done differently here is sat at this pallet basically right here and then played pallet chicken and hoped the ping was good, basically. Pallet chicken almost always benefits the killer because when the killer swings, if he does a short swing, you can't react to it. It's just by the time ping registers, you're already taking damage. So you can't react to short swings, so you have to sort of guess when the killer is going to go in or out of the pallet, and that's pretty much the only real thing I could have done here. But even so, let's assume I did the goated play. I sat back and forth at this pallet. I waited, and then I see them move forward, and I perfectly stun them. It's like, okay, cool, whatever. I stunned him for 2 seconds. Am I going to leave the loop and go somewhere? No, he's just going to fucking cut me off in 2 seconds. It doesn't matter where I go. The only thing you can do against this killer is stay at the loop that you're currently at. You can't hold W versus the Ghoul whatsoever. So it's not like even if I did the correct play, I'd be in a better position. I'd be exactly as fucked except, 12 meters away in a different area. It wouldn't change anything there. So I just wanted to say I need to amend the original video I made about suggesting nerfs. This shit needs to be nerfed as well. This is ridiculous Chucky Scamper, no skill bullshit. And if it was the only power the killer had, fine. I would begrudgingly accept it. But he already has 8,000 other things going for him that this is ridiculous. So I'm amending my list. This vault is stupid. I'm okay with him having a vault in the same sense that Wesker can vault with their power and counter God Pallets. I think that's good design, actually. I think God Pallets in overabundance is kind of bad. So being able to counter those is great. But being able to counter shitty little rock soup like this when I have made for this, and I'm also rounding the corner as tightly as I possibly can, like, bro, what could I have done differently there other than get the stun, and then I still would have died? Like, seriously, look at this clip and tell me what the fuck I could have done differently. There's nothing. I had no options here. So yes, amending my original video. The vault also needs to be nerfed. This shit is just Chucky Scamper on a killer who's infinitely better than Chucky already by default. So that's dumb. Okay, thanks. Bye.